All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. So as promised, today I am talking about how much I have made doing my gift basket business and doing vending since November the 18th up until now. November the 18th was my first vendor event. It was a 4-hour event, and it was indoors and outdoors. You could have a choice. And when I got there, I chose to get a table that was outside because it was sunny. And I thought, you know what, be the first thing that they see when you're entering into the church for the event. So I chose to take an outside table, and the inside was really, really crowded. So I took my outside table, I set up all my stuff, and then don't you know, the sun went in, it became windy, and it turned out to be absolutely awful outside. I also found out that there were two other big events going on that same day. So that also took away from the amount of people that were coming to this particular event. So I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. It was my first time being out there. I didn't know if people were going to like my baskets or say what about them. I didn't know because, again, it was my first time. And in the end, it turned out to be okay because I was there for the full 4 hours, packed up, and by the time I was done with the event, for that particular event, my first event, I had made $120. Now, I mean, is that like crazy? Sure, would I like to make 300 or whatever, but I didn't. But it was my first event, and I was getting my name out there, and people were seeing my products. So I was pretty happy with the event. I also saw some familiar faces that I knew, and some people that didn't even know that I was doing this because, again, this was something new. Just a little backstory and history. If you're new to my channel and don't know, I am a registered nurse. I do all aspects of maternity nursing, and I just finished a travel assignment that began at August 21st and ended on the week of November 18th. I was actually done. Let me look at my calendar. My last day was actually on Thursday, November the 16th, and then this event was the 17th. So eventually I would like this to truly like replace doing nursing and be my own business, be an entrepreneur, doing my own business and working for myself with my own schedule. So this is just the beginning stages and the beginning steps of doing that. So the next event was on Saturday the 25th, and I'm looking at my calendar. And that was that one was going to be from 9 to 3, a 6-hour event. 9 to 4. 9 to 4 was that event. And when I got there, it was big. There were so many people coming into this event. I was like, I'm so glad that I took the opportunity to try this event out. And I sold things back to back to back to back. I also had vendors that were coming to my table that really liked my baskets. And I saw some people that were at the first event that also were here doing vending and said like they told their friends about my baskets, that they really liked them. So I did very, very well at this event. By the time the day ended with this event, I had made $250. So I did much better than I did at the first one. So I was really, really excited. So I also started posting on Facebook and on Instagram and word of mouth and letting people know that I was out there and I had this business. And on November 30th, I got a request for a private order. So I made $50 from selling some baskets, actually 2 baskets that day. So that adds to my income. The next event, looking over here at my calendar, guys, and excuse me, I know I do not look all that fantastic, but guess what? It's cold and I'm running, no makeup on yet. I got a game to get to, but I'm not on here about that. I'm about showing you guys how you can be independent and get your own business going and what outcomes you can have. It's all about trying to live your dreams. So it was on December the 1st. And this was a 3-hour event, and it was an evening event from 6:30 to 9:30. And it was at a yoga studio in a place that was like an hour and 5 minutes from my home. So I traveled to get there, and it was a really, really nice event. And I met some new people, and it was just nice to be out. My daughter came from college and met me there. It was really, really nice event, and it was short and sweet, and I loved it. And I came out with $120 from that event, and that was on a Friday night. On Saturday, I had an event at the mall. It was supposed to be consecutive. You registered, you paid $30, and you could come every Saturday for 4 weeks straight in the month of December. Now, because the vendor registration was so cheap, I already knew this is probably not going to be that profitable. 2 reasons. Well, no, 1 reason. That mall people don't go to that mall. And when I got there, it was supposed to be from 10 to 10 to 4, 10 to 4. And when I got there, like the doors of the mall wasn't even open. The person didn't communicate that you could come through a backdoor entrance. So I sat out there and wasted time, whatever. And then as I was coming in and saw all the vendors, I was like, oh, okay, there's a lot of people. It's a big turnout. We were all sitting in front of a bunch of closed stores. The only store that was open was Forever 21. And the entrance to Forever 21 was actually on the opposite side from where we were all set up. So the customers were coming one way. It's not like they were coming down to the entrance where we were all sitting. So I was just like, this is probably not going to be a great turnout. And then I noticed like all the stores on the one side were closed. And then up on the side behind me, there was one place that was open for like birthday parties for kids or whatever. Which I mean, there wasn't any party going on, so that was kind of like whatever. And some like crazy floral shop that had like fake flowers. It just looked really weird. That was open. I didn't see not one customer the entire time I was there go into that store. And all the other stores around me, around all of us at that entrance, at that end of the mall where they sat us from, was closed. I felt like she was trying to like bring back like the Christmas spirit and how it used to be in the mall, but them days are done as far as this mall is concerned. And y'all, I sat there and I made $15. Okay, I drove 45 minutes to get there, had to get gas in my tank, had to pay toll up and back, and I made $15. So you already know your girl was not there the following 3 weeks. That was a no. Not gonna be able to do. So then on December the 8th, I had private orders, another $15. And then on December the 9th, I had an event. It was a 4-hour event. It was a huge turnout. I mean, there were people at my table over and over and over and over again and again. People that had come from the event on the 18th and the 25th of November showed up and brought their friends and family to this event. It was huge. I mean, I came there with 2 tables full of gifts. And I mean, I had gifts that were ranging from $5 from the cheapest, where you could get like little teacher cup mugs or whatever that were like $5 and you could get them so quickly, to items that were like $45. Okay. I loved it. It was so nice. All the vendors were so social and so helpful. And I cleared one entire table at that event. And that is my dog whining in the background. I can't stand it. As soon as you go to make a video. Anyway, I left out of there with $220. Okay. So that was really, really a great event. Now, on December 10th, I had an event that was scheduled, and it was supposed to be from 3 to 8, and it was like 2 hours away from my home. It had a lot of promotion going on about it, but I am an Eagles fan, and guess what? I was not missing the Eagles and Dallas game, baby. And traveling, it was crazy. We had a weather alert, an emergency for weather, whatever. It was nasty as all get out. And I just had to say no. And I was so thankful that I did, because there was a lot of weather damage up north where this was. And I'm glad that I did not attend. And I'd actually been making out pretty good so far. So that was a bust. I did not make anything because I didn't go. On the 19th, I sold 2 more requests. Let's see, that basket, $35 and a $20. So that was $55 that I made on the 19th from my home. Where I saw what you had on Facebook. I want to know if that one's still available. Boom, bang. Yup. Can I come by? Yes, ma'am. And they sold. And then on the 20th, I got a text from one of the vendors that were at one of the shows with me. She's been so helpful from day one that I met her. And she wanted to pick up items for herself and for her daughter. So from the comfort of my living room, I packed up what she had asked for. They were already here. She had seen my product. She knew what she wanted. And I brought it right over to her. And that was $80 right out of my house. Packed up the bags, put it in my car, and took it to her. Boom. And then today I had, again, private orders. And I packed up the items, bagged them up, packaged them up, delivered them, and made another $80. Okay. So from the first event that I went out on November 18th up until today, where I completed my last sale, which is going to be the last sale before Christmas, my total for doing vending and selling has been $1,045. Okay. Hey, I'm not working right now. And thankfully, I'm blessed that I had some resources that I could sit at home for a minute. I have a savings account. I had some other things that I invested in while I've been working at the hospital that I worked at for 26 years, so I could pull from those avenues. And then also I had my travel nurse assignment in which I was making money the whole time. So that money, I'd have to spend all of it. Some of that money was also still put up. So I do have a little bit of leeway, but for not working and making $1,000, it's pretty sweet. Does that replace a nursing salary? Of course it doesn't. But maybe it doesn't right now, but in the end it can. And I can't really compare gift basket making and my salary compared to travel nurse, because as y'all all know, travel nurses make more money and you get paid weekly, as compared to a nurse that's working in the hospital and you're getting a hourly rate every 2 weeks. So in the end, it's about what you're looking for. Are you looking to be on your own schedule and be your own boss and not punch anybody's clock and not be traveling and worrying about, am I going to get the worst assignment? Yes, you are. Just so you know that you are. And what am I walking into? Of course, you could do anything for 13 weeks, but your girl wants to just chill. I've been doing nursing again for 22 years and I'm ready just to chill out. And if I can run my own business and be my own boss and be successful, so be it. So I thank you all for watching. I thank you for continuing to tune in. Please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. Anything that you do helps to build my small YouTube channel, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Until next time.